Julie's research really is something that's accessible and relevant to families, to churches, to organizations throughout the world, regardless of socioeconomic status or development levels. And that's what's so exciting about it, is it's really relevant to everybody.
Relational embeddedness is a term that in the literature describes a strong relationship between two people in which the other person influences you.
She does a lot of research. She just has one of those research minds. She's always looking for ways to develop her research interest and broaden it in different areas and bring people aboard.
You can see networks everywhere in schools. You can see them at the individual level where you have the principal and the teacher, having that dyadic relationship between two people. That affects motivation, that can affect trust.
When you look at the vast number of researchers in that area, and she's one of a handful of females, that really makes a difference, and that is inspiring to me.
I'd send her a draft of my research, and she would send it back covered with notes. And initially I would feel, oh, I've got so much to fix. But she was always very encouraging. She said, we can do this. And so I'd make all the changes, I'd send her another draft. And it would have more notes than the last draft. And I think I counted the other day, I wrote 21 versions of that dissertation, and Julie was with me the entire way.
I've continued to collaborate with her on several dissertation chairs. I always like to have Julie on the committee because you know that you get someone who is very knowledgeable, someone who does the work, is willing to do whatever they can to make the students successful. And so she and I have collaborated a lot in that way. One article kind of stands out, and that is because it was published in the Harvard Press, which is, hands down one of the top publishing venues around. It was literally the first article on social network theory in education.
There are kind of three components of relational embeddedness that we talk about at that dyadic level. One is the personal relationship. How well do you know someone? The second is, how much interaction do you have? Is it every day? Is it important? Is it critical? Does it actually align with the goals? Can you communicate easily, etc.? And then the third is social capital. To what extent can you exchange resources, do favors for? To what extent do you know other people that they know? And so you can assess a relationship to see in which dimensions you're strong, right? And then you can choose to develop one of the other areas. So if we have a strong personal relationship, then that would develop personal trust or goodwill trust.
She is very detail-oriented and very sharp. Anything with the name Julie Hite on it is high quality.